Talking about these Gen Z guys, what do they really want? As a Gen Z girl, what should I be looking at for Gen Z guys? Do I need to have a checklist for every area of my life? How can I create my checklist? You know, when they talk about value checklist and checklist as a single girl, checklist as a dating girl, or checklist as a girl in waiting season, I love it, but how do I personalize and create my checklist? Think no further. I bring you greetings from the Bible Facts, where all our theories and everything is biblical. And today we're going to be looking at the life of Timothy. Why Timothy? What is the correlation of checklist and Timothy? Because Timothy received a checklist from Apostle Paul, and I thought it necessary because when I look through those lists, it just make a lot of sense. Either when you're in the Gen Z age or you're not in the Gen Z age, you're a girl or a boy, you're a woman or a man, this checklist will act as a guide for you. You don't need to copy everything, but you can always, build your foundations from all these checklists. So, as always, the book of Timothy, it has two books. The first book of Timothy and the second book of Timothy. The first book of Timothy has 6 chapters. And the second book of Timothy, it has 4 chapters. And so in terms of the cumulative verses, the first book of Timothy has 6 chapters and it also has 113 verses. And the second book of Timothy has 4 chapters and it has 83 verses. And so when you had these two, the first and the second book of Timothy sums it up to 196 verses. Yeah, it looks a little bit voluminous, but you can't compare this to Genesis. You cannot compare it to Isaiah, but you cannot even think about comparing it to the book of Psalm. But when it comes to being practical, having a senior elder colleague or an uncle or a mentor, because I don't even know how to position Apostle Paul, because Apostle Paul saw Timothy's grandmother. So obviously, Apostle Paul and Timothy's grandmother, they are friends. So I will not be wrong if I say Timothy's grandfather, uncle. Correct me. But anyway, that's just a side note. Let's go back to our topic, Gen Z checklist. Checklist for Gen Z. So, is it only Gen Z that can use this checklist? No. Everyone is welcome to use this checklist. And when he talks about this, so I don't want you to limit this only to marriage, and I don't want you to limit it only to relationship, and I don't want you to limit it only to friendship. I want you to take it into your workplace, take it into your relationship in the church. I want you to take it into your relationship, our colleagues, our friends, our cousins, uncles, aunties, wherever, because this checklist will give you peace. Tranquility. It will give you peace. But let's go down to number 1. What is it looking out for? The first thing that Apostle Paul told Timothy, if you want to think about bishop position, if you want to think about husband or wife, you as the man. So girls, listen now. You want to think about your boyfriend or your girlfriend or somebody you want to date or marry, the person has to be blameless. That is the first thing, blameless. And for this talk today, I'm referencing from the book of 1 Timothy chapter 2. Okay, and so the person has to be blameless. Does it mean that this person has never committed crime? Nope, it does not mean that. But there is an effort towards making it right. There is an effort towards consistency. There is an effort towards living a clear, straight, transparent life. No, that is number 1. Number 2, what are we looking at for? The person must not have many girlfriends. There must not be many slippers on the door. There must not be many, hello, hi, how are you doing? I just want to check on you. You're checking on 10 girls at one time. Bro, are you into the sister welfare ministry? Take it easy. Not. The Bible did not use many girlfriend, but you can just, you don't need to use girlfriend, but I'm gonna just leave it out. You don't need to use the word girlfriend. Whatever hurts your heart, whatever is that thing that you cannot stand in person, put it there. And it is allowed. Okay? And so, what is the next thing? Yeah, so what is the next thing that Apostle Paul talked about? He also highlighted that this person must not be greedy. You cannot share anything. Myself, me. You did not call me. You did not text me. You did not call me. You did not text me. Are you the only one in this life? Did you call and I did not pick? You did not reply my mail. You did not me. Life, let life move forward. Let life give. So if this person is all putting all the searchlight on him, front and back, look at me every time, well, you're having a conversation. In a conversation, it cannot even pause to say, oh, so tell me, how was your day? And all he cares about is to talk about his day or a day, and never at the end of the day, okay, goodbye. Really? Do I look like somebody that you want to dump on? And so this person must not be greedy. And feel free to interpret this greedy into your terms. But is that all? No, this person has to be patient. Oh, even when that conversation is so boring, this person is really making an effort to make sense out of it. Okay, yeah. But there's some people, once you just have a boring conversation, they turn off the lights. Like they just turn off the lights. Like I want to turn off the light now, but I'm not going to turn it off. But I'm recording, so I can turn it off. They just turn it off. They're not patient. Hey, what next? Point two. Okay, yeah. No, you have to be patient. You know this gender, I did not call name, this gender that have this color. Sometimes they like to take their time to process it. And when they are done processing it, they like to talk long. So you have to be patient to listen to every portion of our gist, because all of them is very important. So look at for people that are patient. Have patient people in your life, which is very, very important. Guess what? They don't have to be double-tongued. I find this very interesting because you have your double tongue. You cannot, you don't have a consistency. Oh, yesterday you said this story in this way, and the next day you are saying this story in another way. Where are you standing? You cannot have a point like, oh, I'm able to tell the truth. I will look at you eyeball to eyeball and tell you this that you have done, it is not right. Or I'm able to tell you that, oh yeah, I told this person this thing, and I'm telling you because I told this person this thing. It's just make your life, your own life, my own life. It just make it easy, because that way you cannot, even if you record a conversation, you are able to say, you're able to be consistent. And if they wake you 10 years later, say, oh yeah, that was what I told the person, because it is a way of life. You don't need to think twice like, oh, did I tell this person this thing? They can just wake you, and you're not double-tongued. You are consistent in everything that you are doing. Is that all that Apostle Paul wrote when he talked to Timothy? Oh no. He said the person should not be covetous. So what does that mean, covetous? You always want people's thing. Your own is not enough. Today you see this thing, you want it. And so this checklist, guys, is also for your own as well. And also, girls, it's also for your checklist, right? You want this, you want this, you want this. There is a place for desire. I applaud that. There is also a place for inspiration, because sometimes you're just looking at this way and you didn't realize that, oh, this is good for me to do, or this is good for me to have, or this is a right direction I should go towards. Yes, that is also good. But when your affordability power, your purchasing power is $10 and your vision for $1,000, you know you don't have it, but you want to stretch towards it. As a sister, you just graduated, or you're done with the NYC, and the people prayer point on your list are people's father. Excuse me, that is not nice. Or as a brother, you just graduated, or you're done with serving, and the people's prayer point on your list for wife is sugar mommy. Be calming down. That is covetousness. But like I said, I'm just making my points, summarizing 1 Timothy chapter 2, putting them into bullet points. You take the nuggets, you make up your checklist, and you know what is important. Remember, when you talk about checklists are the things that money cannot buy. Those are your non-negotiable. And what money can buy are negotiable. Because what money can buy, even if you cannot afford it now, in 5 years, in 2 years, in 1 year, in 6 months, you can afford it. So money cannot buy. So that cannot be your checklist. That cannot be your ultimate. That cannot be your non-negotiable. Your non-negotiable are things that money cannot buy. Somebody that is greedy, money cannot buy it. Somebody that is not greedy, money cannot buy it. Somebody that is blameless, there is no amount of money in this world that can buy blamelessness. But there is no amount of money that can buy somebody that is patient. So why all these are very important? Put what money cannot buy as your non-negotiables. And what money can buy, money can fix it. And even if money cannot fix it, time can also fix it. Those are your negotiables. So do well to have a clear list. And when you're making a list, let it not be vague. Break it down like 1, 2, write it. Don't put them in your head. Your brain has too many things it's thinking about. Use a pen. Write it down. Break it down. What money cannot buy, non-negotiable, and what money can buy, negotiable. Everybody differs. This is Apostle Paul to Timothy, and I'm just making the list. Apply it, use it. You're not yet there. Maybe you're a teenager listening to me and you're like, okay, let me be knowing all these things down so that by the time I get to that age, I already know the kind of people I should even think about. I already know the kind of people that should check me out, or I already know the kind of people that I should check out. Like I said on a previous episode on Ruth in Boaz's room, yes, wash and pray. You want to go and pray about somebody that God, is this the will of God for me, or is this person I should spend my lifetime with? The person is greedy. Why do you need to pray? Washing has done it. There's no point for prayer, right? You want to go and pray about somebody that you want to marry. The person has so many, and you are number 10. Do you need prayer? Tell me. You only need to wash, and that's enough. Your years that you have spent as a Christian has equipped you for things like this. And so don't worry about all this, right? Don't worry about that. You have God in you. That wisdom is sufficient. And so that is it. And is that all? No. He said the person that he should look at for should be faithful in all things. Faithfulness is very, very good. Faithful in all things. Yeah. And then sometimes that it will flop, yes. But is there an attitude of faithfulness? Yes. So, personally, I love the fact that you are able to do things, which is good. I applaud that. But my point of faithfulness, I count it from when you are not able to do it and you're able to say, oh, I know I ought to have done this, but I couldn't do it. I will make it up. That is faithfulness. So while I applaud the fact that people are able to do it 100%, good for them, good for you. But if you're not able to do it, the fact that you're able to accept that you're not able to do it and you're able to communicate it, that is faithfulness that you should look at for. This person should be what? It should be faithful. But you know what? If you check out the book of 1 Timothy chapter 3, I've given you like tips to look at it, but the most important checklist that really gladdens my heart, when I read it I was like, yeah, I love this. The most important thing that really gladdened my heart, it said you need to prove all of this list. It is not enough that you've been able to identify what my checklist should be like. You're able to write your negotiable and your non-negotiable. Don't walk away thinking that is enough. It is not enough. Do well to prove it. Watch, like I said in the Ruth in Boaz's room, Boaz, after talking and talking, he observed to be sure that this Ruth is really Ruth, and this Ruth is not Naomi, or this Ruth is not Oprah, or this Ruth is not Esther, or this Ruth is not Yoyo. This Ruth is Ruth. This package is what I want. This package is what is on my non-negotiable checklist. This package is what I have prepared myself for, or this package is what I have desired. Prove all this checklist. Are you able to prove it 100% before you make a decision or before you start processing things? Maybe no, but to a certain good extent. Prove it to be sure these things that you already know, these things that you desire is real. But I've talked about the guys, right? Guys, I got your back. I'm balanced, I talk about the girls, I also talk about the guys. Come, let me give you some tips. Gen Z, the guys, Gen Z checklist. Apostle Paul did not spare the ladies. Hey, I'm going to write it. No shame. No shame. I'm going to write it. The first thing, oh my God. The first thing Apostle Paul said is the lady has to be calm. So does it mean that I shouldn't go for somebody with a sanguine temperament? No, it is not temperament. Yeah, it has to be of a calm spirit. Not you say one, she give you 20 and wait. See, everything is fights. How are you? Fights. Did you sleep well? Fights. Have you eaten? Fight. No. He said peace of mind is very important. And beyond peace of mind, beyond fighting, there's some people that bring pleasure to your heart. There's some people you see, your heart will just cut you. I'm like, what's going on here? If this is it, flee. There is no point checking it, right? And that's why we're doing this checklist together. What did he say again about women? He said they are not slanderers. Oh my God, this one pierced, right? They are not slanderers. You are with them. They'll talk about 10 girls, 10 of their friends. They will slander like... what is the meaning of slander? Don't even think. Carried knife and slander. Curd. There is nothing good about any of their friend. Yeah, there is a place of if their friends misbehave, like, oh, my friend did this and I did not like it, and this is why I did not like it. That is a balanced conversation. But my friend did this, is a bad person. No, don't kill the person's character. The person did something that you did not like does not mean the person is a bad person. Okay? So when that conversation is going on, oh, I want to tell you about my friend. Yeah, that is not slandering. Yeah, this my friend, she's a bad person. You're just killing a personality. No, that is not right. The person is a good person, but has done something that you did not like, did not make the person a bad person. So be able to differentiate people's personality from what they have done to you. It is you that did not like it. It is not them, right? So when you hear those conversations, right, and the person is not attacking the person's personality, but is only highlighting, oh, this person did it that I did not like, it doesn't make the person a bad person. That is not slandering. But when you wound the person's nature, ruin the person's personality, that is what I call slandering. But you can have another definition that makes you feel happy. That is also accepted. But the Apostle Paul ended, he said no. The same thing is said to the guys. He's also saying it to the girls. Faithful in all things. Because a man's heart, they're not segmented. A woman's heart is very segmented. So in those compartments that is in your heart, remember to what? Be faithful. And mind you, in all of these things, something that you should put and commit to heart is, it is unto the Lord. As always, I love you and I thank you so much. I thank you so much for watching this video to this point. And if you've stayed on this video till you see the love emoji, I want you to drop a love emoji for us, right? And thank you and God bless you. Amen.